The American dream promises a life filled with opportunity and prosperity, but the cost of living in certain states can outweigh the benefits for some. In this video, we deeply dive into the 10 U.S. states with the worst cost of living to income ratio, exposing the harsh realities many Americans face today. From astronomical housing prices to skyrocketing healthcare costs, these states leave many residents feeling financially stretched thin. Please support our channel with a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Without any further ado, here are the 10 U.S. states with the worst cost of living to income ratio. Number 1. New York. New York State is home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks and attractions, including the majestic Niagara Falls, the bustling metropolis of New York City, and some of the best food in the country. However, despite its allure, New York also ranks as one of the U.S. states with the worst cost of living to income ratio. As per current statistics, New York ranks third in the nation for the percentage of residents who spend over half of their income on rent, which is a staggering 27.66%. Adding further misery to the situation, New York also ranks 6th for the percentage of income spent on housing, steadying at 23.11%. Despite the soaring living costs, the state's median household income increased by a mere 9.54% between 2018 and 2021, thereby placing New York as the 13th lowest in household income growth among all 50 states and the nation's capital. In essence, New York residents are grappling with ever-rising living expenses without a corresponding elevation in earnings, culminating in a financial imbalance for numerous individuals and families. However, it is imperative to note that the financial difficulties faced by New Yorkers do not solely revolve around housing costs. New York ranks 19th in terms of the percentage of individuals struggling to meet everyday expenses. A disconcerting 39.33% of households in this state reported monetary setbacks while paying for essential purchases in the last 7 days. This implies that despite the state's placement relative to others in the nation, many individuals in New York still find it hard to make ends meet, depicting a wide-ranging economic challenge affecting many households and socioeconomic groups. Number 2. California. California is renowned for its beaches, fantastic weather, and movie stars. This West Coast state is also home to Silicon Valley, the world's leading hub for innovation and technology. However, with all its benefits, California also faces high housing prices, high tax rates, and high living costs. California's state median sale price is elevated due to the high real estate prices prevalent in close proximity to major urban centers. This translates to a whopping $518,000. Additionally, California suffers from the country's highest state income tax rate, standing at 13.3%. The average salary of a Californian is around $61,290. Fuel costs are steep, with gasoline prices often exceeding $4 per gallon. This is roughly $1 more than the national average cost of fuel. These are all significant economic factors that contribute to the cost of living in California, making it one of the most expensive states to reside in. Number 3. New Mexico. New Mexico sits at the top of the list as one of the worst states in the U.S. This state may be known for its enchanting landscapes, diverse cultures, and delicious cuisine. However, unfortunately, it also has a high poverty rate and low median household income. A considerable portion of the state comprises parched and barren lands that are inherently incapable of accommodating a population of over 2 million individuals, despite their expanse surpassing that of several European nations. This predicament has contributed significantly to the substandard state of infrastructure in the region. In addition, only a mere 54% of households possess internet accessibility, and roughly 1/5 of the population resides below the poverty line. It's worth noting that the average disposable income of a typical New Mexican citizen amounts to just $25,000. The state faces considerable economic challenges, with the 7th lowest employment rate and household disposable income per capita. Number 4. Hawaii. Hawaii is the only state in the U.S. that commercially grows coffee. The beans are grown in the island's fertile volcanic soil and have a distinct flavor that coffee connoisseurs can't resist. Despite its steep cost of living, Hawaii remains one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world and is a beloved home for those who can afford to make it work. With an overall cost of living that exceeds the national average by a staggering 79%, Hawaii's residents must contend with expenses that far surpass those found in the rest of the U.S. Considering the high cost of living, it is no surprise that health costs in Hawaii have also significantly increased. At a lofty 18% above the U.S. average, Hawaii's health costs only add to the challenge of living on this island state. Similarly, groceries in Hawaii are 25.6% more expensive than the rest of the country, further exacerbating the issue of high living costs. Hawaii's financial situation is also noteworthy, with the state having one of the highest debt-to-income ratios in the U.S. This disturbing factor only serves to compound the economic challenges residents face. Number 5. Maryland. Maryland is a state that boasts of high-income jobs. However, achieving financial stability remains a challenge for residents of this state, given its high cost of living and tax burden. Maryland residents continue to struggle with high levels of indebtedness, boasting the third highest debt-to-income ratio nationwide. This concerning trend reveals a stark reality for many of the state's inhabitants, who are currently experiencing higher-than-average debt burdens relative to their incomes. The disproportionate amount of debt that Maryland residents must juggle can severely impact their ability to save and properly manage their financial resources, leading to long-term insecurity and financial stress. Ranked 7th among the 50 states, Maryland's cost of living presents significant hurdles for residents in attaining financial security. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States and one of the most important cities in the world. D.C. levies the third highest average state income tax rate. Presently, the unemployment rate in D.C. is one of the highest in the country, standing at 5.74%. It is also important to note that the cost of living in D.C. is considerably higher than the national average, at 48.7% above the average. This fact is mainly attributed to the high housing costs in this state, which represent a substantial proportion of residents' monthly expenses. At least 25.51% of renters spend at least 50% of their income on housing, making it challenging to make ends meet. Maryland's ranking as one of the worst states to make a living in can be attributed to a host of factors, including the state's effective income tax rate. At a daunting 12.83%, Maryland has the 7th highest income tax rate in the country. This burdensome tax rate erodes residents' disposable incomes, leaving them with complicated financial decisions. Number 6. Oklahoma. Oklahoma, located in the heartland of the United States, is predominantly known for its vibrant music scene. The state is the birthplace of famous musicians such as Woody Guthrie, Merle Haggard, and Garth Brooks. However, despite the musical heritage, Oklahoma has the cost of living to income ratio that ranks among the worst in the nation. However, it is disheartening to know that the residents of this state display scarce interest in political involvement, with the voter turnout rates being a mere 53% in 2013. This state ranks among the lowest 16% of OECD regions about civic engagement, indicating a significant lack of community participation in various social and cultural activities. Furthermore, the state's poor civic participation is reflected in its third lowest voter turnout, which is a significant cause for concern. Notably, the state also experiences high crime rates, with the 14th highest homicide rate in the country. The state also has low indicators regarding employment rates, with the 22nd lowest employment rate nationally, and household disposable income per capita with the 19th lowest ranking. The state in question is grappling with several societal challenges that have resulted in below-average indicators across several important metrics. One notable challenge is the lack of high-speed broadband internet, with less than 60% of households having access. This is a concerning fact that puts the state among the lowest ranking in the country. Number 7. Oregon. Oregon is a paradise for wine enthusiasts, with numerous vineyards throughout the state producing award-winning wines. But did you know Oregon is consistently ranked among the top 5 states with the highest rates of property crime in recent years? Oregon is not among the top 10 states with the highest violent crime rates. However, living expenses in this state are known to run at 15% higher than the national average. These observations indicate the challenges and opportunities inherent in making Oregon a desirable place to live and work. Number 8. Louisiana. Louisiana, known for its famous New Orleans city, where the sultry notes of jazz fill the air and the tantalizing aromas of Creole and Cajun cuisine beckon from every corner, is also grappling with alarming rates of violent and property crimes, placing it among the top 5 and top 6 states, respectively, in the United States to avoid moving to. Furthermore, the state also struggles with high unemployment rates, falling within the top 10 states with the highest unemployment rates. While Louisiana offers a lower cost of living than many other American states, it faces significant challenges with poverty. Notably, the poverty rate in Louisiana is the second highest in the nation, currently standing at 18.8%. This troubling trend continues to impact the social and economic well-being of the people living in the state. Compounding the issue is that Louisiana ranks among the poorest states in America in terms of education, leading to a lower rate of employability and competitiveness in the job market. As a result, the state encounters difficulties in attracting businesses and sustaining economic growth. Number 9. New Jersey. New Jersey, also known as the Garden State, offers ample opportunities for enjoying the great outdoors and convenient access to major urban centers. However, the state's cost of living ranks as the 15th highest in the nation, posing significant financial challenges for some residents. Unsurprisingly, keeping one's finances in check in New Jersey can be a severe challenge. The obstacles to financial stability in New Jersey extend beyond the high cost of living. According to recent reports, the state boasts the highest effective property tax rate in the United States, at a staggering 2.26%. Property owners thus bear a substantial burden of cost, adding to the already monumental expenses associated with residing in the state. The issue of housing costs presents a significant challenge to the residents of New Jersey. In fact, residents of New Jersey devote a higher percentage of their income towards housing costs than residents of all but 6 other states across the nation, with 22.5% of their income going towards housing. A considerable proportion of New Jersey's population, approximately 26.28%, spend half or more of their income on rent. Such high housing-related expenses can pose difficulties for individuals and families aiming to accumulate savings. Despite a 9.24% increase in median household income between 2018 and 2021, New Jersey still lags behind its peers, ranking 11th from the bottom among all the states and the nation's capital. Number 10. Vermont. Vermont is known for being the leading producer of maple syrup in the United States, with over 2 million gallons produced annually. Still, Vermont residents face higher costs for basic necessities such as groceries, utilities, healthcare, and transportation compared to the national average. However, it is worth noting that utilities and transportation are the most expensive, with a staggering 22% and 21.3% above the national average, respectively. As reported by Vermont Public, the state is situated at the tail end of the energy pipeline. Consequently, this geographical disadvantage results in Vermont residents having to bear the brunt of high energy costs. Notably, natural gas is predominantly consumed by households rather than industrial entities, further exacerbating the energy expenditure. These realities make these 10 states the least favorable in the country in terms of cost-to-living ratio. The confluence of high costs with a significant tax burden is a financial setback that only the most savvy, disciplined, well-off residents can avoid. Unfortunately, the less fortunate must navigate treacherous financial waters to maintain a stable and prosperous existence in these states. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and watch this one as well.